Hello, everyone, and welcome to our online class. And I'm Teacher Ajay. So, today we're going to learn about rounding off. Okay, so what is rounding off? When you round off numbers, we have to remember the general rules. Okay, the general rules is basically the same as dealing with whole numbers. Okay, rounding off decimals is the same as rounding off whole numbers, but there's just a little bit difference. Okay, so later on you'll know what that difference will be. Okay, so the general rules again the same thing. If the digit next to the right of the number to be rounded off, again to be rounded off, is from 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0. Okay, retain the digit to be rounded off. Retain meaning you don't change the digit to be rounded off and leave out all the next digit to the right, next digit to the right of the number to be rounded off. Okay, later on I will show what is this all about. Okay, so that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, okay, I want to put this as our rule number 1. Okay, that's rule number 1. Okay, and rule number 2 is the same thing as with the whole numbers. Okay, rule number 2 is if the digit is from 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Okay, we're talking about if the digit next, okay, let me write this one, next to the right of the number to be rounded off. Okay, let's copy the same thing here. If the digit, okay, so that it will be much clearer. If the digit, okay, again, see, if the digit next to the right of the number to be rounded off is from 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, okay, then add up 1 to the digit to be rounded off. Let me take it so now it's blocking. Okay, I don't know why is this blocking here. Okay, there we go. Okay, again, if the digit next to the right of the number to be rounded off is from 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then add up 1 to the digit to be rounded off and leave out all the next digits to the right of the number to be rounded off. Leave out meaning you take it out. Okay, it's not needed anymore. Okay, let's go with examples. Okay, so I have here an example. Okay, so rounding off to the nearest tens place. So we're talking about nearest tens place of this example. So we have 2.34. Okay, where's the tens place? This is the tens place. Okay, tens place. Remember your place value. See, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place. Okay, so what we have here, they said round off to the nearest tens place, or some other books when they say tens place, that means the first digit. Okay, the first decimal digit or the first decimal place. Okay, so there's so many name on this, but to be realistic, tens place is the best. Okay, or the first place value. Okay, they're the same. So we have here round off to the nearest tens place. So the tens place is 3. What is the next number to the right? The next number here is 4, and that 4 is the hundreds place, right? So if you want to remember that what place is that, it doesn't matter. But again, the rule says the next to the right. So if we talk about tens place, your cue or your clue or your indicator whether you use rule number 1 or rule number 2 is the next number to the right from the digit to be rounded off. So here the next number to the right is the hundreds place. Okay, so remember that if we're talking about round off to the nearest tens, you only think of the hundreds place. You don't think of if there's any other number, don't care about it. So that's what happened here. So now what's the number of the next to the digit to be rounded off is 4. See, digit in the hundreds place is 4, so 4 falls on rule number 1, meaning we retain or we don't change the tens place. Okay, we don't change the tens place, we just use the same value and we leave out the 4 because that's what the rule says here. So we take it out and our answer is 2.3. Now, what I'm talking about here is again this next example. So we have here 3.698. So we have actually 3 digits here, 3 decimal digits here. But again, what we care most is only the next digit to the right, and that's the hundreds place, because that is our indicator whether we change or we retain the tens place. Okay, so here since we have 9, so it falls on the second rule, in which we have to add up to the digit in the tens place, because the tens place is the one to be rounded off. So we add up 1 to the tens place, which is 6. So 6 plus 1 is 7, and leave out all the other numbers, which is 9 and 8. Take them out. So your answer is 3.7. Okay, so that is for the rounding off to the nearest tens. How about if we have rounding off to the nearest hundreds? So if we talk about this nearest hundreds, so what we have here, look at this example. See, we have 1.635. So our decimal place, we have 3 decimal places, which is until the thousands place. So since we need to round off to the nearest hundreds, so what is the number to the nearest hundreds is 3, right? So that's our target. That is the number to be rounded off. But what is our indicator or our clue that we need? Do we need to change or do we need to retain the hundreds place? So again, our cue here is in the thousands place. So the thousands place, since what we have here in the example is 1.635, 5 falls on the what rule? Second rule. See, second rule. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So second rule says add up 1 to the digit to be rounded off. So that is how we get this 1.6. Then you add up 1 to 3. So we have 1.64. And again, take out all the numbers or the digits next to the number to be rounded off. And that is here. Okay, so take out 5. One more example here. We get one more example. Look at this. We have 3.911. Okay, so again, the 911 falls on the thousands place, right? So what is our, again, what is this? Round off to the nearest hundreds. So the hundreds place is 1. Our cue, whether we retain or we add up 1, is on the thousands place, next to the number to be rounded off. So what is that? 1. So 1 falls on the first rule. The first rule says you retain, you don't change. Okay, so that's what is happening here. And leave out the extra numbers. Okay, from the number to be rounded off. So what we have here, 3.91. That's it. Meaning, if we need to round off to the nearest hundreds, so we just have a number there, a digit until hundreds place. So take out all the extra. If we have this one onto the tens place, so your answer must be on the tens place. You take out all the other extra numbers. Just like this one, see? We have thousands place, but you take it out. Okay, so that is all about rounding off. Okay, so I hope you understand, and if you have any questions, you can ask me in our class, online class, tomorrow or the next day, and or you can uh, ask me in our group chat in our line application. Okay, that's all for today, everyone, and hope to see you again on the next video. Bye bye.